I want to share something very significant with you.
For years, scholars have been debating over whether the English actually mandated concentration camps during the Anglo-Boer War or South African War or Tweede Vryheidsoorlog. And we know that they did. But they argue, oh no, nothing was properly signed or documented that showed an intent to hurt people in concentration camps or build concentration camps that were meant for basically holding women and children prisoner and suffering. But this document tells a different story. So I want to share it with you. And it is very, very significant. This is an original document that actually hung outside Pretoria as the notice. Now, see here that it's marked for the year 1900. That's when it was published. Same year that concentration camps started being erected. Now, this is the proclamation of the resignation of President Paul Kruger. And I want to read it to you. And then you tell me whether this shows that they mandated concentration camps with the intent of suffering. The late President Mr. Kruger and Mr. Reitz, with the archives of the South African Republic, have crossed the Portuguese frontier and arrived at Lorenzo Marques with a view to sailing for Europe at an early date. Mr. Kruger has formally resigned the position he held as President of the South African Republic, thus severing his official connection with the Transvaal. Mr. Kruger's action shows how hopeless, in his opinion, is the war which has now been carried on for nearly a year, and his desertion of the Boer cause should make it clear to his fellow burghers that it is useless for them to continue the struggle any longer. I have a lot of thoughts about that, but it is probably unknown to the inhabitants of the Transvaal and Orange River colony that nearly 15,000 of their fellow subjects are now prisoners of war, not one of whom will be released until those now in arms against us surrender unconditionally. The burghers must by this time be cognizant of the fact that no intervention on their behalf can come from any of the great powers, and further, that the British Empire is determined to complete the work which has already cost her so many valuable lives, and to carry to its conclusion the war declared against her by the late governments of the South African Republic and Orange Free State, a war to which there can be but one ending. If further doubts remain in the minds of the burghers as to Her Britannic Majesty's intentions, they should be dispelled by the permanent manner in which the country is gradually being occupied by Her Majesty's forces, and by the issue of the proclamation signed by me on the 24th of May, 1st of September 1900, annexing the Orange Free State and the South African Republic respectively in Her Majesty